There are a couple of different ways to help that hitter understand the release or the feel of release, or to develop quickness and speed. For years we've always used overload. We've taken the typical wood bat, drilled the hole out, and added lead to it. Where most research tells us now that we only need about 6 or 7 inches over what we normally swing. So a 40-ounce bat gives you overload, and it will develop strength. It makes you stronger, teaches you to get the bat through the zone. But you take a fungo, or something that weighs 6 to 8 to 10 ounces less than normal, and you swing a 20 or 22-ounce bat, we're now finding that that's underload. And underload teaches me quickness. It tells my fast twitch muscle fibers to react. And now we understand we need training in both areas. In the fast twitch muscles, underload. In the stronger, massive movements, overload. Use a 20-ounce and a 40-ounce bat. Train with those. Take thousands of dry swings each month with that type of apparatus. It'll make you stronger. It'll make you quicker. We're using a swing right tee to show 2 different elements. One is impact area. Where, in relationship to the plate, do I make contact with the ball? And 2, what's the resulting hitting pattern? Those 2 terms are critical to help the hitter understand exactly what happens in the stroke. As my coaches demonstrate the drill, notice we are set up outside corner. But still it's clearly in front of the plate itself. The hitter is set up in relationship to the plate. So the ball on the outside we make contact with in front of the plate, and as we move forward, as the ball moves in on me as a hitter, I actually move further out in front of the plate. So I end up making contact with all pitches in front of the plate, but on the ball in it is as much as 12 to 18 inches in front of the plate. That is impact area. That's how I make contact. And when the young hitter begins to realize that his impact is out in front of the plate, that if he's delivering stride, back knee trigger, lever assembly, float load, and release, this is what we're trying to get to. Now as we make contact here with the ball away, we should reflect it by hitting it to right center. As we move it in on us, we will pull it more, but primarily our resulting hitting pattern has to be reflected by the diamond itself, and that is it goes from chalk to chalk. As we set this back up and give a quick demonstration of the hitters moving, you'll see impact area and hitting pattern displayed. These must be very clearly demonstrated to every player that you attempt to teach. The ball's in that particular zone. He makes contact with it. 1, he feels impact area. 2, is the ball flying in the direction that he anticipates? Is his hitting pattern reflecting? If it's not, normally he's getting a little spasm in the stroke. Normally he's overswinging it with a top hand. So as you work off the stride right tee, as you work off the drill, you're going to try to say, are you stepping? Is the hands relaxed? Do we still have a tension-free stroke? Is it nice and loose? Making contact. Again, hitting contact area and hitting pattern are the 2 elements we're seeking. Now this is a full quick toss game that allows the toss man to have the option to hold the ball on the hitter. Now there are 3 or 4 entry zones as we deal with the hitter. Ball is down, ball in the middle range, and ball in the up range. As we're dealing with the hitter now, we can make this into what we call a quick 10 game. 1, ball lead knee represents the inside lower part of the zone. Ball in the middle, down middle. Ball on the backside, outside corner knee high. That's 3 entry levels for strikes. Come up to mid-thigh, that's inside corner. This area is the middle of the plate. This area is backside corner. And then you come up at the point of the hip, that's high inside, high middle, and high backside. So you have 9 entry levels, plus he can hold it. So he has 10 options. Now you make that a game of skill. If he's tossing it quickly, simulating a game-type fastball, then he's going to create some problems for the hitter, and the hitter's not going to stand in there and just pound the ball. It is a game where he's responsible to take the pitch if the man does not release it, and yet he has a reaction time much like the game. So as a hitter's working in a drill, you're showing them this is one of the great final drills you can put the hitters together and really test them. Is he gathering information as he strides to a power base and triggers the back knee? Are his hands relaxed enough to where if the toss man holds the ball on him, can he take the pitch in his legs? That in itself is one of the real prime tests of quality hitting. As they move through it, coach has a chance to go to the backside. That's backside down. The hitter can ask the location and go inside up, trying to stay relaxed, move to the ball, we check. Okay, so he says to me as a hitter, well, I took the pitch a little bit too much in my hands, probably a little too far forward. When I get to a position where he can hold the ball on me, he's giving me a final examination. This is a game that you should get defeat as a hitter. There should be built-in defeat for you. Otherwise, there's not enough velocity or not enough of a test. Most people come in and run a soft toss drill. People get in and all they do is they practice lousy habits. Practice makes permanent, and they come to us with permanent habits because they can't run this drill at the speed indicated for the major college player. Even for the smaller player, even if you're 12 years old, there is a speed at which the maximum pitcher throws. That's the speed at which you want to run the drill. And that key is that guy can hold the ball on you and make you look bad. You can always check and see if you have tension in your hands. And the key, can I take pitches in my legs, even though I have a high degree of responsibility to react quickly to this pitch? Great drill, quick 10 drill. You teach, and the hitter learns by either listening or by seeing what he needs to do, what he's dealing. So film's important. And he also learns by kinesthetic feel. So he learns auditorily, visually, or kinesthetically. This gives him a visual cue. This is another golf device. Magnification of the hitter's image. He can stand and swing into this. He can take it with him since it is portable. He can work in BP. He can take dry swings, go back and review techniques, then put it himself in. It helps him tremendously in visualization, in learning to see what he's doing and then visualize what he's doing. And then once he has the visualization, he can translate that into the kinesthetic. He can say, okay, now what I see is what I feel. That's the end result of learning. So the mirror is invaluable as an assistant in telling yourself what you're seeing is not sometimes what you're feeling. What you're seeing is what you need to learn how to feel, make you a much, much better hitter. You get knowledgeable about your stroke. If we're going to teach hitting, learning those three senses, being aware of the visual, the auditory, and the kinesthetic, then we need drills to close off a sense, to accentuate a sense just a little bit. So when you go back to the tee, these are kind of the final examinations for hitting. This is called a blind tee. So you set the ball in a comfortable mode, react to it with the eyes closed. After you initiate setup, get positioned, get comfortable, close the eyes, and swing the bat. Come back off of that, repeat, repeat, repeat. Use blind tee. You may reach the point to where you can alter the pitch in the zone, do some other things with a blind tee, but primarily we're turning off visual, and you'll find when you turn off visual, you'll have a much more accentuated feel kinesthetically about what the body's being. For the first time, many hitters feel what the body's doing. You're bringing kinesthetics into it for the hitter. Very important. We go to a second drill, same type of alignment, called a bounce swing. Now we want the hitter to use his voice. The drill can be used with restricted flight balls who bounce easily, or obviously you need a nice surface to work off of. The ball is thrown against the floor, comes into the strike zone, into the hitting area, and as the ball hits the ground, you say bounce. As it comes into your hitting stroke and you swing, say swing. So that your use of the voice is showing you how energy is being expended, how it's being gathered and expended throughout the stroke. Bounce swing drill. Ready? Bounce swing. Now again, what typically happens volume-wise with a hitter is we get panic. Bounce swing. We get a jump action out of the body. So what we're trying to do is see how casual we can be with a voice, therefore demonstrating the same casual flow in the hitting action. Trying to get a call,